Hey everyone, this is Major Batman here in Linkira Studios, here to show you my new update for the Character Enhancement Toolkit for the Polygon packs. This is update 1.1, where I have integrated new weapon systems and accessories so that you can add even more to your characters. So let me show you how it works. I've opened up a new project in Unity. It is version 2021.3.7. So first we're going to import the Unity package for the Character Enhancement Toolkit. From there we can open up the scene. We're going to go with the editor build, and it will require us to import TMP Essentials. You can see that our plane is pink because I built it in URP, and this is the standard pipeline. So we're going to go to the materials. We can just click on the material and change it to standard, and it now works. I had to reload the scene after importing TMP Essentials. So next I have, if you right click in the project area and go to CETK, you now have two options that show CETK Window and sort individual packs. So click Show CETK Window, stands for the Character Enhancement Toolkit. Now I have this dockable option over here, which says easy to follow steps. So step one is you're creating your directories. So let's click that. And over here, created this resources and sorted. So this is where all the sorted prefabs will reside. Next, we're going to import a few of our Cinti packages into our project. I'm going to import Battle Royale, Casino, and Elven Realm. Once they're imported into your project, after they're installed, you have two options. With the CETK window sorted and the folder, step one already created, you can pick a couple of the packs to sort. So I'm going to do that for Casino and Elven Realm for you. So you click Casino and Elven Realms. And once those two are selected, click the copy button for copy select assets over. It'll show this up that is confirming a move of the Polygon Casino folder. So in order to make this work, the resources folder is where the pack needs to be in order to dynamically load the objects. This allows us to bypass the need to buy each title name, figure out where the path was. And so this really solves the issue. So you just click yes. If you click no, it's just not going to sort it. So we're going to do it again as for Elven Realm, and it's going to run through, and in our console it shows that sorting Elven Realms was a success, as well as Polygon Casino. You can see that our sorted folders started to show up with items. A second way that you can also sort a folder is by right-clicking, opening CETK, sort individual packs, and picking the one that you need to sort, in this case Battle Royale. It will also move it. Now, one downside to using the resources is if this is part of your build game, everything in Battle Royale, Casino, and Elven Realm would make it into your folder, and they're rather large files. So we're talking extra quarter of a gig for something that maybe it's not needed. So after this, you can move them out or move them wherever you would like, because the main sorted materials are already included. And what's cool is once you build it, it'll include the resources and then any attached materials for those prefabs that are in the resources folder. So you're golden in that idea. With everything sorted, everything resourced, and everything successful, you want to then duplicate your left and right prefabs. So what happened was each of the packs gets sorted into just like a weapons folder. And from that root folder, we now want to create one for the left side and one for the right side. Because of the difference in how the characters are, we want to ensure that those unique differences are realized. For example, a shield in your left hand, if you rotate it one way, is going to look weird on the right hand, and vice versa. So let's click step 4, duplicate. This could take a little bit depending upon how many folders you have, and you can see that there's now a left and a right folder in here. After that point in time, once you click step 4, you want to click step 5, which is auto adjust prefab transforms. So one thing that I did in designing this new version was I created a preset system. These presets are set presets that should work with most Cinti characters. It's not going to work for all, and so if you wait around for a minute, I'll show you how to actually edit it and save your own preset. So for example, if for whatever reason it doesn't work, and then we also run into a little bit issue with like maybe badges, and I think that's the one I'm going to show. So we're going to click apply presets. It's going to say completed preset application. Great. And now we get to press play. Now, if you get this little reference script behavior is missing, that is because these cameras that were created in URP and they have a attached monoscript to them, we can just remove this component with no issue. What we have is the game menu. We have the character enhancement toolkit. And the idea with this was just a way that we can add and use all the different character attachment prefabs however you would like. This does work better with the newer packs that Cinti Studios releases. So in older packs, a lot of these items are baked into the mesh, and so they're not removable. And what Cinti started to do was, hey, if we make just a blank head, we can add one piece of hair, and that now can potentially turn into 20 characters instead of one. And so later packs have more attachments and have more use on their characters. So we have all the characters sorted. You can use the random button, you can go left, right, you can do the drop down and pick your character. We also have several cameras. The body camera is the default, a face camera to change the hair, to have a better idea of that, and then an orbit camera. And what this allows you to do is move your mouse to look around the character and use the mouse wheel to zoom in. It's not perfect, but it does its job decently well. You can also click the female button to switch to females. And so all this is something that you've probably already experienced before. And so if you're a character enhancement toolkit user from version 1.0, and with this, you just create you can now create this character. This is what you want. You can do female soldier, and you click save prefab. And what that will do is it'll create a saved prefab here, where you now have a female soldier with everything working for you and you can include it in your own game. This video won't go over how to set up your own system to send this prefab, where maybe this is like enter game or play game, but that is something that is doable by accessing the code. All right, let's go over the new stuff. All right, the weapon menu. The weapon menu is pretty cool. So we have a left hand and right hand, and we have melee, range, defense, and tools. All the weapons are sorted by your hand and by type. So if you want your left hand to be a melee weapon, but your right hand to be a defensive weapon, we now have a shield in the right hand. And it looks kind of big, a little goofy in a way. And then in our left hand, maybe we have this hammer, or a bat, or this stick, or a frying pan. Pretty neat all together. We can even change it. No, instead, maybe we want to have a weapon. So a pistol with a shield. It's kind of neat. Or even different tools. Because we only had 3 packs installed, there isn't as many attachments. But as you gain packs in Cinti Studios, this becomes more and more valuable. I will include a link down in the description for a demo that will allow you to really have access to the whole suite to see what Cinti Studios offers in terms of attachments and things, and you can play around with it, which is pretty neat. So once we see that we like what we see, we can also save this. And then we also have this equipment menu. So we can add backs. So maybe we want a little bedroll. Maybe we want a grenade on the hip, or a little pouch on the right hip. And so there's a little differences there that you can change depending upon your wants. And finally, we have the chest, which there isn't too many. I believe it's Battle Royale has the most, and I think the next is maybe War. But there's chest badges here, and you can see that it doesn't show up great on this character. So let's go click this checkbox for Edit Transform Mode. And then because we want to edit the badge, we'll do the drop down to the chest. And we have the XYZ for the position, rotation, and scale. And for this object, we want it to move likely in the Z axis. So we can then put it right there, and we can either save this or just save the prefab, and it'll save everything together. Just like so. But in addition to that, let's say you think you want it bigger. You can make it bigger using the scale portion. You can maybe move it down. So now it is perhaps on the belly button a little bit more. And so we can adjust. So now maybe that's exactly what you want it to look like. And we can do this for any item. So once we like that, we can then save this preset and it'll overwrite whatever presets involved. And so if we go back, it's going to go up here. But then this one, because the game's loaded, we can then refresh the original and it'll use the original preset. In addition, we have the reset sliders, which resets everything. The scale is currently, I believe, set from 0 to 3. And then rotation is -90 to 90. And position, I believe, goes to 2. I might be a little off on that, but those are editable in the component. And one last thing we can check out is if we go to our right hand and we didn't like the size of the shield, we can then move these sliders to make maybe a more manageable, more desirable looking shield type and save that. And we can change between characters and it saves everything together all at once, which is rather kind of cool. And this is the character enhancement toolkit changes for and how to get it to work. This tool is now available for purchase at the Unity Asset Store, loaded up as version 1.1. I hope you take a chance and look at it, and I hope this video helps you get started.